Late at night, somewhere in the Middle East, radar systems lit up with warnings. Missiles had been launched. Military officials began tracking the objects crossing the sky. Within minutes, defense systems were activated, fighter jets were placed on alert, and military commanders rushed into control rooms. This wasn't just another regional incident. This was part of a growing confrontation between the United States and Iran. For years, the relationship between the two countries has been tense. Political disagreements, economic sanctions, military presence in the region, and disputes over Iran's nuclear program have all added fuel to a fire that has never fully gone out. But recently, that tension has started to feel much more dangerous. Reports of military operations, drone activity, and strategic strikes have raised fears that the conflict could expand beyond small confrontations. In Washington, defense officials monitor every development closely. U.S. military bases across the Middle East remain on high alert. Troops stationed in the region are trained to respond quickly if attacks occur. Meanwhile, in Iran, military leaders insist they are prepared to defend their country from any threat. Both sides accuse the other of provoking instability. And when accusations turn into actions, the risk of escalation grows. The situation becomes even more complicated because the Middle East is one of the most strategically important regions in the world. Major global oil routes pass through these waters. International shipping lanes carry energy supplies that power economies across Europe, Asia, and beyond. If conflict were to disrupt these routes, the effects would not stay local. Gas prices could rise, global markets could react, and countries far from the Middle East could suddenly feel the economic impact. That's why governments around the world are watching the situation carefully. Diplomats are working behind the scenes, trying to prevent misunderstandings and avoid a larger confrontation. Because history has shown something very important. Wars between powerful nations rarely start with a single dramatic moment. Instead, they grow out of a series of smaller decisions, small escalations, and reactions to actions taken by the other side. One drone strike leads to retaliation. One military operation leads to another, until suddenly the situation becomes much bigger than anyone expected. For now, leaders on both sides say they want to avoid a full-scale war, but military forces remain active. Ships patrol the waters, aircraft monitor the skies, and intelligence teams track every signal, every movement, every possible threat. Because in a region where tensions are already high, the margin for error is very small. The world has seen moments like this before, moments when a single decision could either calm the situation or push it towards something much more dangerous. And tonight, as military radars continue scanning the skies and governments analyze every new report, one question remains in the minds of many people around the world. Is this just another chapter in a long-running rivalry, or could it become the moment when a regional conflict turns into something far bigger? For now, the world watches and waits.